YouTube, and I would definitely suggest watching on YouTube. Travis, be sure and refresh your screen and see if it's popping up. And then also you're going to want to mute your YouTube, Travis.
Okay.
Check, check, check. Check, check, check.
Okay.
Check, check, check. Okay. Check.
Okay.
Check, check, check. Check, check, check. Did I forget to turn my microphone on? Turn my microphone on. Check, check. It's clear over here. Check, check, check. Clear over here. Check, check, check. Okay, all right. Enough of that. All right, so we have audio. Check, check, check. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. So, let's see, who do we have on here today? We got Bri G, we got Neil Morgan, we got DWLO, we got Damian Larson, we got Oog, we got Graybeards Gaming. Hello, Graybeards War Gaming. Thank you for joining us today. Lundquist is on here too. How about that? This is awesome. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. We also have Travis Height on here with us. I think Travis is over in California, if I'm right.
Yep, that's right.
There we go. We're at in California.
Kind of by Sacramento.
That's a big state.
Yeah.
Shut that fan off. That's loud. All right, we're going to go officially live in a little less than 3 minutos. 3 minutos. So we were talking about playing some of the scenarios of the month. So this is actually scenario of the month number 52 out of our scenario of the month series. So this is part of the 2025 series. I shouldn't talk about this yet. I'll end up repeating it once we actually go live. Travis Height, if you guys don't know, you should know, has an absolutely awesome channel, Tabletop CP, and does all kinds of cool games over there. Chain of Command is a big one that he does. I think they were playing some Chain of Command yesterday. Bolt Action, just all kinds of fun stuff over there on Tabletop CP. So we appreciate him slumming with us over here on our tiny little channel of Pulp Alley. Appreciate him coming over here and playing with us on a Sunday morning live. He does live games also, but what he also does is he takes those live games and he edits them down and makes them really, really cool. Now, I like watching his live games. There's nothing wrong with that. And yesterday he was kind of explaining that, you know, that's not his finished product. He records it because, you know, he knows folks like to watch that, and it's kind of fun to watch the whole stream, because then you get to see guts and feathers and all. And then he goes back and he edits that down into, you know, like a 30-minute or so. How long do they normally end up?
They average about an hour, but sometimes about hour and 20.
Okay. About half as long, I would say, in general, about
easily.
half as long as they normally are. That's pretty cool. Tabletop CP, a wonderful channel to get involved in. Travis is a great host, a great banner carrier for the hobby, plays all kinds of games, and he's fun to watch. Let's see. So we're going to go officially live right now. I am Bessie-less, and Bessie was lying down. She was saying she wasn't feeling good, so I may unfortunately be Bessie-less for the whole day. That's sad, but it is what it is. I want her to get well, but so we're going to go ahead and get rolling here. Hey everybody, this is Dave here at Pulp Alley, and I am without the world's most dangerous Bessie. We're playing a live game of Pulp Alley today. Now, this is the finished product. We don't mind showing guts, feathers, and all, and this is the finished product. There won't be an edited version of this. I tell you what, editing is like the hardest and most time-consuming part of this crazy thing that we do. Travis, give me an estimate how much time it takes you to edit one of your videos.
Uh, Probably 5 hours.
Really? Well, that's not bad. See, if I
Yeah,
was going to guess, I would have put it closer to 8 to 10 hours. To me,
yeah. Well, I got a
um,
system down now, so it's
good.
it's the same every game, so it's nothing different. I don't have to change it up by game,
Yeah,
so I just do the same method for everything.
yeah. So you have a 2 hour game that you play, and then it takes you another 5 hours to edit it down. That's
Yep.
that's not too bad. But man, I had to get out of the editing business. Trying to take these and edit them down is just far more time than I can spend on it. So a big howdy to everybody out there. Thank you guys so much for joining today. I see a Vern Jeski on there. I see a Sartini on there from Italy. Very nice. Thank you so much for joining in Italy. Bob up in around the Denver or Colorado area. Um, Very nice. Vern Jeski also in California, Northern California. Okay, so let's take a quick look at the table. See if I can figure this out without a Bessie being here. So just real quickly, for those of you that are part of the Scenario of the Month Club, this is the Reaver's Moon scenario. It's been retitled I'm on the Moon. Oh, that's right. Hey, howdy to Jim and howdy to Phil. Phil was over there watching the game yesterday on Tabletop CP also. This is scenario number 52. This is the April scenario from 2025, Reaver's Moon. Now, we have changed the leagues slightly to make them more fitting to the setting. We are also using the black powder or the primitive shooting rules, so we cannot move over 6 inches and shoot in the same activation, nor can we shoot more than once per turn. So those are the two rules that are in effect for our primitive shooting. As far as the tabletop is concerned, the poor McGregors are in a world of hurt. We have 4 McGregors set up in the middle of the table, and they are terribly outnumbered and in a lot of trouble. So let me see if I can give you a better view of that, and also show some more detail for Travis. So over here, this is where the leader of the British is coming on this corner, as well as one squad of regulars there. And they're coming up on the camp of the McGregors. So over here, we have 2 allies in the blue shirt and the white shirt. We have 2 allies. We have 1 follower here. That's a level 1 character. The whole scenario is built around Mary McGregor, and she is located here next to this fallen tree or whatever and rock. So that's where Mary McGregor is located. The entire scenario is built around her as the objective. So if the British could capture her or KO her, they win the scenario. That is the goal. She is the objective. There are no other plot points on the table. There's nothing else to do other than to get Mary McGregor. Now, making sure that she doesn't have room to run, on the other side of the table, we have the second in command over here and another group of regulars. Then over here, we have a very small contingent of colonial militia that are also in service to the British and coming on from that side. In addition to that, every turn, Monroe, this is Captain Monroe over here, right here. He's the leader of the British forces here. Every turn, Travis will get to place 1 Iroquois warrior mercenary out here as well, and they can be placed up to 12 inches from any corner. Travis, based on, so as we start turn number 1, I'm going to give you a high view here. Now, I was kind of thinking, because the Iroquois have the potential of turning on you, I was kind of thinking that this corner might be a good idea to put them off on their own. But you tell me, which corner would you like your Iroquois warrior to appear in?
Yeah, I mean that one's fine. Then assuming they don't turn on us, we'd have the whole place surrounded.
Yeah, yeah. So he'll start off in this corner over here. Right here. Okay. And then that starts the turn. So as we start turn number 1, the McGregors were actually alerted to the sounds of the British approaching. They weren't being particularly stealthy. So at this time, the McGregors are actually in control of the initiative. So they could decide to activate first or to make the British go first. And I think we may just open fire here. Everybody out there, remember that in this scenario, and this is a special rule for this scenario, so don't think this applies to every scenario. This is a special rule. Every time somebody clearly wins a fight, then they get to draw one of these blue cards. And if they draw "It's a Trap," then that means the wheels have come off, and that means the McGregor reinforcements get to show up, and the Iroquois warriors immediately switch sides, immediately switch to the opposing side, switch over to the McGregors. I should say it that way. They will switch to being part of the McGregor side. As I look at this table, I might just go ahead and start shooting. Oh, you know what? I can't. You're all over 12 inches from me. Oh, crap. I can't start shooting at the start. Line of sight, it is a night scenario, also a lot of brush and scrub land. So we have line of sight is limited to 12 inches. So I can't start shooting. Oh, I got a wolf. That was a red card that we drew, hostile. That was drawn on turn number 1, and a wolf appeared over here. So that throws a little bit of a something. I can't forget about that. Gosh, maybe I should shoot at that thing. I guess I
Well, you can
better.
see the wolf. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want that thing to get on me. This is bad. This is really bad. I'm in trouble now. That's not what I needed to happen. I'm going to activate my little fella here. I'm going to check your cards. We are using brand new cards today. These are cards that we are play testing to introduce later on in this year. But today they are being play tested, so you'll have to bear with us a little bit as we're not really familiar too much with the cards. Gosh. I guess little fella here is going to shoot at the wolf. I hate to do that. Oh, man, I hate wasting my shots at that stupid thing. Okay. I'm gonna have to though. I can't have it down here running around in my area. Gosh. I hate that. I hate that. You know what? I'm not gonna activate. I'm not gonna activate. I'm gonna ask you to activate a character. I'm
Okay.
not activating. I'm gonna ask you to activate one of your characters. I'm gonna go
All right.
Skycam so you can kind of see your forces. You have Captain Monroe over here in this corner. You have Seamus and his group over here. You have the Iroquois over here. You have your colonials over here, colonial militia. Who would you like to activate?
Seamus. I'm gonna send him towards the camp.
Okay. Now he could do a 12-inch run, or he could do a 6-inch move and shoot. Which would he like to do?
Do a 6-inch move and shoot.
Okay, so he's going to move around this little boggy area here. And that will put him in line of sight now of Mary McGregor. So this could be a short game. Let's see what happens to poor Mary McGregor here. Seamus isn't a great shot, but he is better than she is, I think. He normally rolls 2 die 6, and that's all he will get. So as he's moving up there, he's going to fire off at her. Mary McGregor is very hard to hit, though. So she's ducking behind some cover there and trying not to be hit. She will be using her dodge skill. Here is the attack. Check it to make sure if you have another card to play. Don't see one. You get a 5. So as long as I can get a 5 on one of these D8s, I will avoid that hit. And I do indeed. And I'm not going to back up. I'll stay where I'm at. And she will hunker down in her cover right there. All right, I'm going to ask you to activate again.
Okay, the guy's with Seamus and move up.
Okay,
with
move
him.
6 inches and shoot at Mary.
Yeah, avoiding the bog.
Yeah. That would be a bad spot for them. Okay, so they'll move up. They will have 3 die 6 to shoot at her. Let's see. I'm gonna put black markers out there to help us remember who has shot. So he shot and they shot. So that'll help us know that they can't shoot again this turn. They move up and are firing at Mary over there. They're going to roll 3 die 6. She will again be trying to avoid damage. Gosh, this will be my last chance to shoot, but I can't afford it. I'm going to have to try to dodge. So they will have 3 die 6 to shoot. And they get 3 successes, boys and girls. This is bad. They get a 6, a 5, and a 4. Can Mary avoid all of that? Oh my gosh. She only avoids 1 of them. She takes 2 hits. She has D8 health. She fails with both, and that means her cover will not help her, and she is injured already, boys and girls.
Oh,
already she is injured. Bam. Okay. The regulars come out of the darkness over there, firing. They spotted her. When she was dodging away from Seamus there, she exposed herself a little too much to that group there. And boys and girls, that means he clearly won the fight. By definition, clearly winning the fight means that you inflicted an injury without suffering an injury in a fight. So they clearly won a fight. I have 6 cards here. What are the chances? I guess it would be 1 in 6. Yeah. So if I put these cards out here, let's have a little fun game here. Travis, pick a number between 1 and 6.
2.
2 is the card. 2 is the card he picks, and it is not. It's a trap. So this group who clearly won, they have their spirits lifted a bit. Let's see, what camera is it? This one. They have their spirits lifted. So once per turn, you could discard one of your cards to gain a +1 brawl or might until the end of the turn. So they are ready for some brawling now. They are ready for some brawling. I'm going to just set that over here so we can remember that was with Seamus's.
Didn't I have some kind of card about wounded leg or something?
Yes, leg wound. The enemy suffers a -1 brawl. I'm sorry, a -1 might. And dodge for the remainder of the turn. You want to play that on her?
No, probably not. I don't know if anyone's going to be able to see her.
Well,
this turn,
here's one thing to think about, and that is that when she activates, you might play that dangerous area on her. And this would give her a dodge penalty and a might penalty. So if you were gonna, you're exactly right. I don't think anybody else is going to shoot at her this turn or rush her. But this could still hurt her if she ran into a peril. It's up to you, brother.
No, I'll save it.
Okay, I'm
I'll
gonna
save
hold
it.
on to the leg wound. All right. Also, that makes you the director. So now you are in control of the initiative. You could decide to continue activating your characters or force me to activate somebody.
I'll let you do, I'll let you activate.
Okay. Gosh, I really don't like this. This is not a pleasant situation, especially with that wolf suddenly appearing. That is a pain. I got to deal with that freaking wolf. I guess I could just take off running. Could just take off running here. I guess my little fella here is going to activate, and he will shoot at the wolf. He's got, normally only rolls 1d6. Yeah, normally only rolls 1d6 to shoot with. He'll have short range bonus, so he'll have 2d6 to shoot. The wolf will be dodging with 3d6. Here's my shot. I got a 5. Let's see if the wolf can dodge it. The wolf avoids the damage. Okay, does not get hit. Do you want me to continue activating?
Yeah.
Okay. Not good. Not good at all. All right. I think I'm going to have Blue Shirt move over there and try and help the little fella. So he's going to come over here and get on the other side of him, and now he will shoot at the wolf. He will also only have 2d6 to shoot. A 5 and a 5. Let's see if the wolf can dodge that. Oh, doggone, I don't have my dice up there. Doesn't dodge any of it. Takes 2 hits. Wolf is down. Okay. So he moves over there, protecting our little fella, and shoots the wolf down. But what that just meant is that we weren't spending any time or effort trying to stop the British. We spent way too much time on that. But that also means I inflicted an injury without suffering an injury. That means I clearly won that fight. Yep. That means I'm going to become the director, and we're going to draw another blue card. And let's just keep doing it with Travis calling them out. I'm going to mix them up so I don't know where anything is either. Travis, you have 5 cards sit in front of you. What's the card?
Let's go 5.
Can you see those? Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 it is, and it's a trap.
Oh, man.
And that means a whole bunch of things just happened. That means that the McGregor reinforcements now come into play. And they will appear 1d8 inches from Mary McGregor in a random direction. Let me double check that. Make sure I'm not lying about that. I'm going to pull up this scenario real quick. Sorry, boys and girls. This is us looking up rules. Should have had it printed out. I'm sorry, guys. Forgot about it. Let's see. Mary McGregor. Reinforcements. Okay. It's a trap. Regardless of which side draws, it's a trap. The following 3 things occur immediately. Reinforcements deploys Ian McGregor and his remaining colleagues 1d8 inches in a random direction from Mary, and they are ready and can activate this turn. Any of the cell swords that have not been deployed are now deployed 1d8 inches in a random direction from Mary. They are ready and can activate this turn. In addition, the McGregors now control all of the mercenaries. Okay, so the reinforcements of Ian and his 2 other followers, these are both level 1 characters, and Ian will now appear around. Wow, that was a bit of luck. 1 die 8 inches from Mary McGregor to random direction, 1 inch away. So they pop up out of the brush over here. Ha ha! Got you now, Captain Monroe. You've walked into our trap. Now this does not change the basic goal of this scenario. It is still centered around Mary McGregor. So all it changes for me is now that I have a lot more figures to defend her with. The remaining Iroquois, I'll deploy 1 die 8 inches from Mary also. 8 inches off that way, so they come up out of the ground, up out of these rocks over here is where they were. 8 inches off this way. What camera am I on? I'm on the wrong camera, of course. Switch to this one. So the Iroquois pop up 8 inches away over in these hills. So the Iroquois are all over here now, and they are ready and can activate this turn. Well, that changes the situation significantly, and this Iroquois is now part of the McGregor's side as well. All right. Well, I guess that wolf wasn't such a bad thing after all. And let me get my director.
No, he helped you.
And
Yeah.
Now it could still be in the game. It will have to roll at the end of this turn and find out if it's gone or not. Gosh, what am I gonna do here? I think I might just start trying to throw some shots at some people. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start trying to clear some baddies. I'm going to activate one of the Iroquois in the rocks over here. And he's going to move out of the rocks. Mercenaries have 2 dice in brawl, shoot, and dodge. Okay. So they waited until they fired. Did you see that? They waited until they fired to reveal themselves. He's going to move off in this direction, and he's going to open up on that group of regulars over there. He's throwing 3 dice 6. They will be trying to dodge because they cannot shoot back, so they will be using their defensive skill here to try to avoid getting hit, which isn't great. Hello, everybody. It's Fairfield is on here. Rick is on here, too. Thank you guys so much. So, here's my Iroquois firing off. He only got 1 success. They can dodge that. And they did not, so that means they lose a model. Blip. Well, if it works one time, we'll just keep doing it. Another one will move down. 6
Do you have to draw a card again?
Clearly 1. He will draw a card. Thank you. We have 4 cards here. So, Travis, give me a number.
2.
2 is, instead of rolling a recovery check for this character, I can discard a card to let him automatically pass. That only applies to that character. So he is full of gumption. He is spirited warrior. We're going to do it again. We're going to send another one down, 6-inch move, and he's going to fire at that group of regulars while they're caught there trying to reload. 3 dice 6. He gets 1 success. It's a 6. Can they avoid it? They do not. They lose another model. Blip. Now, these are loyal gangs. According to the rules, these are made up as loyal gangs, so they are not, they remain combat effective until they're down to a single model, and then that last model will leave. We're going to keep these guys going. We're just going to keep peppering them. Another one will move down there, 6-inch move towards them. He still has short range, so he's going to be shooting with 3 dice 6, and they will be dodging with 1. 2 hits this time, a 6 and a 5. You do dodge 1, and you lose 1 more model. Blip! Do I keep shooting at them? They're taking a lot of shots.
Yeah, they're gonna be dead.
I know. I'm trying to decide if it's worth shooting at them or if I need to go shoot at something else. I'm gonna use all of them. Just and your guys over there haven't activated. Doggone it! Now my Iroquois are gonna receive the same thing. 1, 2, 3. They've all shot. Blip, blip, blip. Do I want to shoot at them or do I want to shoot at somebody that could shoot back? I don't want to shoot at somebody that could shoot back. I like to shoot at people that can't shoot. This is all part of that ambush that they had planned here.
Yeah, they're hiding
Came
up
up
in the rocks. Nice.
And waited for that volley to go off, and then they came down and started peppering them. All right, so here we go with 3 die 6 of Schutzen. Any of this on camera? Let's see. Here's 3 die 6 of shooting. Got a 5 and a 4. Here's 1 dice of dodging. Got a nothing. They will lose 2 models, and they are removed from the table. So that group of regulars has retreated. They are no longer combat effective, and they have retreated back into the woods. But that does not leave the Iroquois in a good position over there. They're about to receive the same sort of thing from the colonial militia over there. Now I have to decide, do I want to continue activating here or do I want to force him to go? So those are the only characters that I've activated, is those four Iroquois. Well, I don't know that I'm going to have a better shot. Oh man, Seamus fired also, boys and girls. He's not loaded anymore. Well. What kind of throwing, what can we do over here on Seamus? Seamus, a bitter enemy of the McGregors. He's definitely a brawler. He likes getting in there and mixing it up in close quarters. Oh yeah, he's mean. He's mean. He's not a great shot. Plus, he's out of ammo, or he's reloading right now. So I'm gonna activate this Iroquois over here. He'll move off 6 inches in this direction. That gets me into line of sight of him. And I'm going to go ahead and toss a shot in his direction. Not a great shot, but a shot nonetheless. I'll only have 3 die 6 coming at you. Seamus is used to people throwing shots at him, though, so he's going to be rolling 3 die 8 to avoid that damage. So here is the shooting. Got a 4 and a 5. Let's see if Seamus can avoid it. He does indeed. Takes no damage whatsoever. Remember, when you're rolling to dodge, you have to equal or defend. You have to equal or exceed the dice. So my 6... Oh, doggone it. None of that was on camera. Okay, so his 6 blocks the 5 blocks the 4, and no damage gets through. Okay. And that means he's shot. I'm going to need a lot more black markers, I think. He has done his shooting. Well, I think I'm gonna have to activate. I sure would like to get some damage on Seamus over there. You know what? He can't shoot back. Let's just throw a whole lot of damage in his direction. Let's just throw everything we can at him and hope something lands, huh? The trap is sprung, boys and girls. Turn 1 trap. So I'm going to activate one of my followers over here. He's going to move up a little bit, and he will fire at Seamus. Let's see, this is a level 1 character, so he'll only have 2 die 6, and Seamus will be dodging or trying to defend himself with 3 die 8. Here is the shooting. A 6. Can Seamus get a 6? He does indeed. The 7 will beat a 6. I'm gonna do the same thing. This is so dumb. I'm not. That's a total waste of. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that at all. Let's see. I also need to remember that both of these characters over here shot. Both of these guys shot. Blip. Blip. He has fired. Blip. So the characters that have not fired have not activated. I think I'm going to stop right there, and I'm going to ask you to activate a character. So for the record, the characters that have not activated on my side are these 4 characters. White shirt, brown shirt, blue shirt, green dress have not activated. On your side, those 3 colonial militia over there have not activated. This group of regulars over here has not activated, and the dreaded Monroe, Captain Monroe, has not activated. So who are you going to activate?
Well, let's do the colonials and see if we can thin out some of those.
The Iroquois? Yep. All right. So I'll activate that one. Let's see. You need to remember that you have that dangerous area. If you want to play that when I activate a character, I guess you stop me if I'll try to remember it next time I'm activating characters. 6-inch move is going to get you into short range, and that colonial has let's see, where's the sheet? Colonial has, that's their scouts, will have 2 dice in shooting, and my Iroquois will have 2 dice to dodge with. I'll use the red dice for you and the white dice for, get it on camera what's happening here. So there's the colonial militia in service to the British moving up and firing here. So my Iroquois will have to try and use trying to avoid the attack. So here is the shooting from the British colonial militia. He got a 6. Can the Iroquois dodge a 6? Does not. Takes a hit, and he stays on his feet. But he knows you're over there. All right, try the same thing again.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so he moves up and he fires. So he will have 2 die 6 coming at them. Is that right? Scouts, 1 dice. Yeah, okay. So 2 die 6 to shoot with, and I will be dodging with 2 dice. You got a 6 again. Can I get a 6? I do indeed. Double 6s. Okay, so he was not effective. We'll go it again. He moves up. He'll have 2 die 6. The Iroquois, and another 6. Can Lucky over there. He does not stop at this time. And he is down. Blip. Move that over there just so I can keep track. Okay. And that makes you director. And that makes you the director. So now you can decide. Do you want to continue activating your side, or do you want to force me to activate somebody?
Oh, you can go ahead. I'm going to wait.
Okay. I think what I'm going to do is try and take advantage of your militia over there. So this fellow here, he's going to move 6 inches to try and get a better shot on you. He's going to move 6 inches off into these rocks, and he will shoot down at these guys. So he'll have, this is my ally. He normally only gets 1 dice. Oh, I should have rushed you. That's what I should do. Yeah, we'll do that instead. You mind if I go back? Is that legal? Is that? Nah, I did it. We'll stick with what I did. No take
Don't
backs.
forget to draw a card.
Oh, you draw a card, right? Didn't you? You clearly want to fight over there. That colonial want to fight. Pick a number. I got 3 cards still sitting out here.
I'll do number 3.
3. Okay, that colonial. Instead of rolling for a peril, you can discard a card to automatically pass it for that guy. And that was the 3rd guy that activated over there. So I'm going to set that over there for him. I think this is the guy that got that card. Doggone it. I always regret when I don't put the cards out there. Instead, I'm using the rosters. Today. That always throws me off when I'm attaching cards. I much prefer using the cards for the character cards. Oh, he's on that side. Doggone it, I don't really remember who it was that... I don't think it was him. I think it was one of those... I think it may have been either the last guy that activated. I don't think it was that first guy that got the initiative. Anywho, he moves up into the rocks and is going to fire down at this colonial over here. He'll only have 2 shots shooting at you. You have 2 dice to dodge with. They're used to trying to avoid incoming things. I got a 6 though. Can you dodge a 6? You cannot dodge a 6. These are level 1. So if he fails this, he does not fail it. So he stays on his feet. He is holding. He is not leaving the field. You are still director. So do you want me to continue activating? Or are you going to make...
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. All right. Let's see. So I still have these 3 characters right here in the camp. That's all I have left. Now I have to really decide what I'm going to do with them. Oh, boy. Well, Mary just needs to avoid dying. I think I may scooch her away from the oncoming Seamus. She's going to activate. I'm going to move her over to this rock. Better go a little bit further. So she's going to move over to that rock and end her activation there. Do you want me to continue activating? I still have 2 characters to go. Yes. Yeah. Are you there, Travis? Hello? Travis? Are you there?
Yeah,
okay.
I'm here. Sorry.
I hear him. Okay. I still have 2 characters to activate. You want me to go again?
Yeah, I want you to go. I mean, just keep going till you're done, or
okay.
become
All right.
director.
All right. I have 2 guys to go. Throw some shots at Seamus again. Let me see what Ian McGregor's deal is. He's pretty much an equal brawler and shooter. I think I will... I'm going to try and weaken Seamus again. I'm going to move him into short range, and he's going to fire at Seamus. He has 2 dice 6. This is one of my followers. He has 2 dice 6, and you will have to try to avoid the damage with your defense. 2 2 die 6. Oh, a 6 and a 5, though. Seamus has 3 die 8 to avoid that with. He's got to get a 6 and a 5. And he does. A 7 and a 6 is going to avoid all of that damage. And he is not injured. All right, so my last character, I'm going to go ahead and throw Ian into the fray. And I think I'm going to move up and shoot at you. Because Seamus is actually a better brawler than he is shooter. I'm going to move up here. And I'm going to try to stay a little bit away from you. Just a little bit over 3 inches. And from there, I will shoot at you. Take my short range bonus. So I will have 4 die 10 shooting at you. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you'll have to try to avoid it with your 3 die 8. Here is the shooting. 5 and a 9. Well, you're not going to stop that 9 with D8s, so at least I'm going to get something through. You do stop the 5, however. The 9 will get through, and that's going to cause you to take a condition, and you are not injured. Okay. And that means all of my characters have activated. I do not have a single character that has not activated this turn. That was a very eventful turn number 1. This is a 6-turn scenario. So all you have left is Captain Monroe and your regulars over here. Your mercenaries have turned against you at the last moment.
At the beginning.
Yeah, at the beginning, and have switched sides. So, what do you want to do over here? Let's see if I can get you a better picture than that.
How far?
You have blue shirt and green shirt over there behind the rock.
Is there? Can I reach? Can I see them if I move 6?
Yep, absolutely. So
what about Mary?
You cannot see her also because these characters are nearer. These would be your targets.
Okay.
And she's on the other side of the tent. She's on the other side of this tent right here.
All right. Let's go.
Coming from that view.
Kind of tempted to run up.
Let's see. So they are within 12 inches. So if you wanted to rush, now the thing there is that you're giving them a chance to fight back. If you rush them, they will be able to brawl you. If you move up and shoot, then they can't shoot back because they'll. But you know, it's your call, brother.
Yeah, let's just shoot. Let's see if we can thin the numbers a little bit.
6-inch move puts you up here, and they're going to be rolling 4 die 6. That's a lot of dice coming at him. 4 die 6. He cannot shoot back, so he will be trying to avoid your shooting. You have 4 die 6 coming at him. He only has 2 die 6 in dodge. Let's see how this goes. 4 die 6. You got a 6. It's not my fault. Just letting everybody know. It's not my fault. And dodging, I got the 6, and that avoids. He ducks behind the rock just at the last moment and avoids taking that damage. All you have left is Captain Monroe. Now, he's out of rushing range, but he could move up and shoot.
Yep, let's do that.
Okay, 6-inch move. Gets him up here. Scooch over a little bit. He's going around that bog. And, you know, we're going to say that both of those characters are about the same distance, so you could choose which one you want to shoot at. Do you want to shoot at the level 1 character, which if he fails a health check, he'll just be removed, or the level 2 character?
It's level 1.
Okay, try and get rid of him. Monroe normally rolls 2 die 8, and that's all he's going to have because he's not in short range there. Okay, 2 die 8. The little fellow will be dodging with 2 die 6. You got a 5. I bet you I can get a 5 on these dice. I did indeed. Got a 6, and that means he ducks behind that rock as well and avoids the shooting. And that ends the turn. So we do have some recovery checks. I have an Iroquois and somebody else.
Mary?
Oh, yeah, Mary. Yeah, gotta roll. Oh, and the wolf. Okay, let's roll for the wolf first. No, let's roll for Mary. Mary first. It's on camera. She got nothing, so she remains injured. Wolf. Wolf is gone. So it failed whenever you're down and you fail a recovery check. That means you are gone. And this is for my Iroquois that's over there on the ground. And he is also gone. So all failures that turn. So we're going to pull a slug. And starting turn number 2. This is brutal. This is brutal. Need to remove all my black markers. Make sure they're all off the table. Is everybody fresh? Okay. So there's a couple different ways that you can handle primitive shooting, depending on how you want to do it. For this one, we're just saying you can only shoot once per turn. That's kind of, trying to represent it. You could also say that after you shoot, the character has to spend an action to reload, which makes it even more difficult to get reloaded. All right, but we're just doing you can only shoot once per turn. Okay, let's see. We're going to say the squatting guy, I think, is the one. If it's not, I'll eat a bug. But anyway, the squatting guy over here is the one that has this reward card. That reward card is gone now because it was picked up by those guys and they were removed. That reward card is with that guy there. Okay. We're starting turn number 2, and the British have been a bit bloodied here. What we need to figure out is who's going to activate first. So, Travis, get an overhead view of the table maybe here. Just kind of go through things. The main goal of the scenario, and it has a big yellow marker right here showing you where Mary is. That is the goal of the scenario. If the British could take her out. Now I have blockers on this side. I have Iroquois here and here, so she's fairly safe, at least for a little while here. Over here we have Seamus coming through in this direction. He's got Ian McGregor though, and Ian will not let anybody get to Mary, I'm fairly sure. On this side, however, I only have an ally and a follower on this side blocking. But he has a regular and his leader over here. So that's probably enough to hold him off for a little while. We'll just have to see how this develops. We are going to draw cards. Currently, you are the director. So your first card is called Good Enough. Instead of rolling for a challenge, you can roll at 1 dice 6. I forgot your doggone dangerous area again. Man, I gotta put that out here so I try to remember that. I don't know what to do about that. I need to try to remember you have that dangerous area. That would be a good one to play, I think, on Mary when she activates this, because you could make it put a dangerous area around her, and that could possibly either slow her down or injure her. Let's see. Oh, and then I draw a card. My card is can't see a thing. Oh, look at that. Line of sight is now limited to 6 inches this turn until the end of this turn. If line of sight was already limited to 6 inches, draw a card. So for this turn, cloud cover has rolled in, blocking out the moon. And it has gotten very dark for 1 turn, and we can only see 6 inches. Well, that's okay. That's where most of the action's happening anyway. Travis, looking over this situation, what do you think you want to do? Do you want to activate first, or are you going to make me go?
I think I better go first, yeah.
Okay. Now, you could, your colonials... I'm going to try and look at something here for you. You know what? Your colonials could actually get through this space between my Iroquois. I'm not sure if this is showing up on camera. your
Want to charge
colonials
in,
could
rush in, you
get,
mean?
you can't rush her because you have nearer targets, but you could just advance between them, and that would put her at about the same distance as all the rest, and you could pick her out then by moving 6 inches towards her, and that would let
Yeah,
you
but then
still
they'll
shoot
be.
at her.
I don't know. Those Iroquois are pretty good.
Yeah, yeah, no, I agree. I'm just, yeah, yeah. The Iroquois are throwing some decent dice around. They're actually a little bit better than your militia over there, if I remember right. Yeah, your militia are
Let's
level 1
move
and the Iroquois are level 2.
Monroe and his guys up.
Monroe. Okay. All right. So what do they want to do? Um, do you rush or do you move up and shoot? We could get up into these hills. And that could get you some cover if you headed up into these hills and shot down at these guys.
Yeah, let's send a group up there.
Okay. So a 6-inch move, advancing in the direction of Mary. So they get their 6-inch move up into the rocks here. So that's going to get them some cover up there. And they can shoot down at the blue shirt.
Yep.
You will have 4 die 6 to shoot. He is going to shoot back, and he will have 3 die 6. Let me double check that. Ally, shoot. He will have 2 die 6 to shoot at you. All right, you have 4 die 6. He has 2 die 6. Here is the shooting. You got a 4 and a 5. He got a 6 and a 5. Well, well, well. Now, you have to decide how you want to play that. You could block one of his dice, which means both of you will take a hit. You can't block both of his dice no matter what, or you could just say take them all and
Let's
see
take
what
all of them.
happens. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
let's do that.
So blue shirt's going to take 2 hits. The British will also take 2 hits. They will get 1 chance because of their cover to try and get one of those hits off, and he does not. So 2 of them are removed. Blip, blip. And let's see if Iroquois goes down. Sorry, yeah. He is not in cover anymore. They moved around his cover, so that 1 hit is going to be enough to put him down. Boop. He is level 2, so he does have a chance to get back into the fight. Monroe, what are you going to do now? They took some damage, but they put him down. Now, Monroe, he could rush at this little follower guy and try and knock him out.
Let's do that.
Okay. All right. We'll go engage little follower boy in some fisticuffs. Actually, with his sword. Run him through. Monroe is a dirty dog, I tell you. Dirty, dirty dog. So he's got 4 die 10. 4 die 10 coming at little boy green there. And little boy green has 2 dice to dodge with or 2 dice to shoot with. So I think I'm going to shoot at you as you come at me. So I'm going to throw some damage back in your direction. Little boy green throws off a couple shots as you come rushing at him with your sword. Hey, Monroe, you can choose to use your quick strike ability here if you want to. And you could switch to rolling. Let's see if I can get this on camera. You could switch to rolling 6 die 8 instead of 4 die 10.
And how many do you have?
I have 2 die 6.
Yeah, let's do the 8s.
Okay. All right. So 6 die 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Here is your 6 die 8. Trying to remember the cards. 6 die 8. You get double 7s. Well, that was not, that was perfectly average roll. Perfectly average roll. And I got nothing, so I'll take those 2 hits. And little boy green is gone. He is level 1, so if he fails a health check, he is removed from the table. So little boy green is gone. You won another brawl. Clearly won that fight. So we have 2 cards left. Pick a 1 or a 2. This is 1. This is 2. Travis, are you there?
Yeah.
Okay. Pick a 1 or a
1.
2. Okay.
1.
All right. So once per turn, you can discard to gain a extra dice on your dodge. Now,
Okay.
what that also meant there is that Monroe did not use his shoot this turn. So he still has ammo in him. He still has, he's still ready to fire. Just so we can remember this, I don't plan on giving him another chance to fight anybody, but just to help us keep track, I'm going to put an orange marker out there to show that he has been in a fight, but that that he still has ammo loaded. You are still in control of the situation here. You can continue activating your characters, or you can make me activate.
I want to try again with those militia guys to
Okay.
again against the 3 Iroquois.
Okay. All right. All right. But this time they have reloaded and they are turning around to fire back. So we'll say, I think it would be prudent to go ahead and advance towards Mary. What do you think? Or do you want to hold back?
If I was to go to those rocks, the base of those rocks, would I get cover?
Sure. And you could shoot up at that guy there? Absolutely. You'll both have cover there. You'll be in rocks and he would be in rocks too.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. So he'll move up into these rocks here. Well, I'm just going to set him on the edge and know that he's up a little bit more. And from there, he could fire at that fella, the Iroquois in the rocks. So they're both shooting at each other there. You are firing with 2d6, and he is firing with 2d6. Try and get a better position here. All right. 2d6 for both. You are going to be the red dice. I'll be the white dice. Boys and girls, if you haven't already, just real quickly, we're playing with Travis Height. He's the fellow that has the Tabletop CP YouTube channel. You ought to be checking out his awesome YouTube channel as well. He plays all kinds of stuff from Chain of Command and bolt action, sharps practice, all kinds of stuff. So lots of fun over there. And he's kind enough to come play with me today. If you haven't already, take a moment right now and hit the like button for us. That's important. That helps us out. And then if you're not a subscriber, you ought to be. Get subscribed to our little channel. Make sure you hit the bell so you get a notification. Here is the attack. 2 dice from the Colonial. 2 dice coming back from the Iroquois in the rocks. You are the red. You got nothing. And the Iroquois gets 2 successes. Your little fella gets to roll 2 dice health check. He fails with 1, so that means the cover could save him. And it does not. Little level 1 guy is gone, but that means the Iroquois has shot, and he won't be able to do that again. So there's not much reason not to try that again. Or do you go against those other Iroquois?
Well, I guess the other guy's in the open.
You want to shoot at the guy in the open? Now, they're going to shoot back, though. I mean, you got a freebie against this guy up here. He won't be able to shoot at you, is what I'm thinking, though.
Oh, yeah. Okay, let's keep trying for that guy.
Okay, move up into the rocks and shoot at that guy. You'll have 2d6. He'll go to defense now, so he'll only have 2d6 to defend with. I'm going to drop them all in the bucket and let the dice sort it out. You got a 6. I got a 4. A 4 will not block a 6, and I'll have to roll a health check. I failed. I am in cover. And cover does not protect me, and I am down. Okay, I am down. And he has shot. And he's gonna get the last reward card.
Okay.
Whatever it is, he will get it. And the last reward card is you can discard to give that guy a +1 shoot.
Okay.
Once per turn, you can discard to give him a +1 shoot or finesse. Okay, I'm going to set that there. The other guy that picked up a reward card is gone. So you still have one fella here that has not activated. And you also have Seamus over here who has not activated. So what are your thoughts here? What are your
So
thoughts here?
Seamus charge
So
McGregor. What are the odds there?
Seamus charges McGregor. McGregor will try to shoot at you. He'll have 4 die 10 when you rush him. So the initial attack is going to favor Ian. But after that, it'll be fairly even. You'll have 3 die 8 and he'll have 3 die 10. You're actually a better brawler than you are a dodger, so or I'm a shooter, so
Is
it's up
there?
to
So
you, brother.
I can't use the last militia guy to go after McGregor.
You cannot. And I think you mean Mary. You mean
Well, I would like to try to get McGregor to fire and then charge him, but
okay. You don't have anybody left over here. Seamus is on his own. He has been deserted. There's nobody else over here. And your last militia guy has all of these Iroquois in
yeah,
his way. So he
okay.
definitely cannot make it to Ian.
Well, how about we try to take a shot with the move the militia guy up to the rock, and then
Yeah, and he
shoot it.
has a clear shot. He has a clear shot at Mary now too.
Yeah, yeah. Let's do that.
So he can move up 6 inches, get up into these rocks, and he can shoot down at Mary. I mean, she's hanging on by a thread. If she is KO'd, you win the game. That is the goal of the scenario. If I
Yep.
lose her, it's all over.
Let's try
Um,
it.
Okay, so he'll have 2 die 6. They normally start with 1 dice. He gets an extra dice because it's short range. These colonial militia are not great, but she is slippery customer. She's going to be rolling 4 die 6 to dodge. Will that be enough? Let's find out. Let's find out. So here is the 2 die 6 from checking cards. I don't see anything. Okay, here we go. A 5 and a 4. A 5 and a 4. She's got to try and block both of these. She needs a 5 and a 4. And she gets it. A 5 and a 4. And that will keep her in the game a little bit longer. I'm going to take that disengage move and I'm going to move away from your 1 inch. And I'm going to scooch back a little bit because that was a little too close. That could have been a game winner right there. All right.
Can I play the dangerous?
She hasn't activated. That was not her activation. That was yours. But let's definitely remember that. Let's definitely remember dangerous area as soon as she activates. So she hasn't. I'm gonna just set it out there so we remember that. So as soon as she activates, we're gonna play that on her. We'll just put that card out there so we don't forget it. I think you still haven't activated Seamus, and
Nope,
you're gonna
I
have to
haven't.
decide what you want to do here with him. There's a solid wall of baddies between you and Mary, so do not have a chance. You have these colonials here in front of you. You have the Iroquois over here. There's like no path that's going to let you get to Mary this turn. You could always try to open a path by moving, running around off this way, but they'll just reposition. You could just
What
try and
about
fight your way through.
moving up to those rocks?
Okay, move up into these rocks over here
Yep.
and shoot down at that little follower boy. 6 inch move. We'll get you over here. Get you up into these rocks over here. He's trying to get around that flank. He sees the little fella down there and fires off. It's going to give him 3 die 6 to shoot.
Can he not
make
shoot at Mary from there?
Oh, no, no. In Pulp Alley, you shoot at the nearest target. So he still
Okay.
has somebody that's down here. Chances are this little fellow's even pointing his musket at you as he sees you
Yeah.
climbing up
Let's see
through
if we
there.
can thin the
He's
herd a little
ready to
bit.
shoot, so we can't just ignore him. So you normally roll 2 die 6 to shoot. That'll give you an extra dice, so you'll have 3 die 6 to shoot. I will have 2 die 6 to shoot back. Here is your shot. Oh, dice flying everywhere. Here is your shot. 3 die 6. You got a 4. That's all you needed. That's all you needed. Here is my little fellas. He should roll 2 dice. He got a 3, so nothing. You got the success, and he is gone. He's a level 1 character. Blam, and he's gone.
Cool.
And you have shot this turn. Now, that means you have activated all of your characters, I'm fairly sure. Is that correct? You've activated
Yeah,
everybody? He
I
ran
think
up
so.
here. They ran up here and fired. The colonial militia all activated over there. And Seamus is trying to find himself a way around these rocks over here. I may have to send Ian in on him to stop him from continuously moving around. Okay. All right. I'm gonna try and clear some British off the table now. Let's see what I could do. I want to try and get rid of the colonials that are on this side. Definitely don't like that guy that's way up there, getting close to Mary. Maybe I should do the one that really counts, and that's Mary's activation. No, I'm gonna do everybody else first, just so I know what we need to do. I'm gonna activate this character. That's the one that's lugging around the reward card. So he's got a reward card in his pocket. He's gonna move into these rocks, and he will shoot up at that colonial in the rocks. I'll be throwing 2 die 6. You will be dodging with 2 die 6. Drop them all in the cup and just let the dice sort it out. Let's see. Be better to have this camera up, huh? Boop. Okay, there you go. So this Iroquois in the rocks is shooting up at the colonial over here in the
Okay.
rocks. And nothing from anybody, so a whole bunch of whiff. I need to take an easier shot. I just want to get some casualties at this point. I'm going to send this fellow around a bit. He's going to come up. Maybe I should rush you. I'm definitely better at rush attacking, but that lets you fight me. I'm going to go in. I'm going in. This Iroquois is going to rush at you.
Okay.
So he's moving in to fight. My Iroquois roll 2 die 6 to brawl. You can brawl me back with 1. You can brawl me back with, let's see, 1 die 6. Nope, you can't because you already attacked this turn. So he's down to dodging with 2 die 6. Okay. Attack versus dodge. The white dice will be for the Iroquois. He got a 4. You blocked it. Would you like to back up an inch away from him?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Disengage. This Iroquois here is going to rush the guy up in the rocks. Same thing. I'll have 2 die 6 coming at you. You'll have 2 die 6 to dodge. White dice, I got 2 successes. You got 1 success. That means 1 hit gets through, and he'll have to roll a health check. And he fails, and he's gone. Blip. Blip.
Oh man.
I know. This is bloody. This is bloody. So both of those guys have activated. I'm going to just put a marker out there to help me remember. All of my Iroquois have activated. Yes. Still have that dang colonial over there. This one actually shot. she'll have a colonial over here. I'd love to get rid of those guys in the hills there. All right, this colonial, this one will move 6 inches to the other side of Mary. No, he's going to move over to these rocks here, and he'll shoot at your regulars that are up in the hill that have already fired. So he's right here, and he's shooting up at them. He'll have 2 die 6, and they will have 1 die 6 to dodge with, because they've already shot. He gets 1 success. You do not avoid it, but you are in cover, and it protects you. Doggone it. So they are
Nice.
not damaged. So, who do I have left? I have Mary and Ian are the only 2 characters that haven't activated. All right, we're gonna do Ian next. He's gonna move back and take cover at the tent. The rocks? Yeah. He's just going to move back a little bit. Oh, can't see the camera. I'll adjust the camera. He's just going to move to the other side of the rock there and shoot up at Seamus, trying to get through the hills over there. He'll have 4 die 10 to throw at you. You'll have 3 die 8 to avoid it. 4 die 10. A 5, a 6, and an 8. So that's some good shooting there. Let's see if you can avoid it. You avoid the 5, you take 2. He's D8 health. Okay, he failed with 1, his cover. And he is not injured. Doggone it, he ducks right at the last moment. And nothing happens. So now, the last character I have to activate is Mary. And she will activate. Would you like to play that dangerous area on her?
Yeah. Swarm of bees.
So, a rattlesnake is in the bushes there, or in the next to the tent, and is disturbed as she comes around there. So this is the center of the dangerous area. You know what? We could try to catch more than one. We could try to catch all of those guys in the peril. It says that, I'll put the camera up. It says that you could place the perilous area. Let's see. Oh no, that's the wrong card. Where is it? Here it is. It says that you could place the perilous area on the table up to 6 inches from the enemy. So up to 6 inches from Mary. So it doesn't have to be centered on her. So if we put it right there, it would catch all 3 of them. So all 3 of them could have stepped in a nest. Or we could put it here, and it could catch all 3 of them. So you could either catch an Iroquois, Ian, and Mary in it, or you could catch these 3 characters or these 3 characters. Which way would you like to do that?
Let's leave Ian out.
Leave Ian out and try and get the O's. Okay, so that'll be the green marker. Pop right there. They disturbed a nest of rattlesnakes and that rock that comes spewing out, angry, and all of them will take a peril. No. Perilous area. It is not a burst. It is a perilous area. They will take a peril the next time they activate, which is right now for Mary. So she's activating perilous area, so she will take one right now. The others will take it when they activate. She has to roll 1 success with finesse. She could do that.
Didn't I have a card to modify that? Or
4 die 8 for 4 die 8 for finesse. So she'll try to avoid the snake. She does indeed, so she avoids it. Wait, was that the right card? No, that was the card we played. Okay. All right. So then she'll continue her activation. She does want to be in that perilous area, that's for sure. So she won't have to roll for it again, because she just passed it. She'll have to. She doesn't like being close to. It looks like it's relatively safe on this side, so she's gonna start heading towards the woods. She's gonna go around and get on this side, outside of the perilous area. Outside of the perilous area, she's heading off for the woods. That's could be a bad thing, especially if oh, Monroe still has control of the initiative, doesn't he? I don't know. Has anything happened really to change that? I don't remember, but we're gonna leave it the way it is right now. So that was all of my characters. All of my characters have activated. All of your characters have activated. So that will end the turn, and we'll have some recovery checks. So we're gonna roll for my white shirt over here in the hills. Oh, here is the roll. Let's see if he gets up. He does indeed. So white shirt's back on his feet. Mary, let's see if Mary shakes off her damage. She does not. She remains injured. Blue shirt is gone. Blue shirt is gone. The defenders are fading away. That ends turn number 2. Wow, this is a brutal game. Scenario, you are still director. I'm going to give you a new card. It's called Hold On. Okay, that you play on one of your characters while they are down. So that won't get used necessarily right now. The card I draw is a hands down. You must play immediately. No fortune card effects can be played for the remainder of this turn. The can't see a thing clears up. We can now see up to 12 inches, but we cannot play any fortune cards this turn. I'm going to turn the cards over just to help us remember that. So in case I get a little too handsy on my cards, I'll just flip them all over like that, hands down. Okay, Monroe, you have a wall between Monroe and you have a pretty good wall between Monroe and Mary. You have Ian over here, you have an Iroquois, you have a Colonial, you have another Iroquois, and another Iroquois, and another Iroquois. So they have a nice little wall between you and Mary. Now, Seamus, he could get around it. He could outflank him and come over here and shoot at Mary. He can't rush her because if you want to fight someone, here is Ian willing to take you on. So you can't just run around him and go beat up on Mary. If you want to fight, you're going to have to take him on. But you could move around him and shoot at Mary, making her the nearest target.
So if I could charge Ian with my leaders, both of them?
With Monroe, if you
And
charge
the other guy?
Ian with your leader, you would still have an Iroquois that was nearer. You'd still have, you can't ignore every, oh, I need to take those markers off. Can't ignore that Iroquois on your way to Mary. You'd have to fight that Iroquois. Now, there's an ability that lets you get around that, right? There's the ability called dashing that lets you just avoid other people. But normally, you are required to fight the enemies that are right in front of you before you go dashing around them.
Could Monroe beat Ian? Because Ian's your best guy, right?
Ian is my best guy, and Monroe is your best guy. You have 4 die 10 in Brawl. Ian also has 3 die 10 in Brawl. Ian, yeah, you could possibly beat,
And I could
or at
go
least tie him up. At least
I
tie
can
him
use
up.
D8s too, right?
Yes, you could shift it down to D8s if you wanted to.
Yeah, I would like to
And get
get Ian
6
out
of
of
them.
there.
Okay,
Let's do that.
go jump on him. Okay.
Yep.
So, and you could even gang up on him, sending Seamus in there too, and
Yeah,
giving
that's
him
the
even a
plan.
bigger wallop. So as we start this turn now, You're coming in. I know I can't play any cards. I will be shooting at you as you come in on me. So I'll have 4 die 10 to shoot, and you will have 4 die 10 to with your sword. Let's take a look here. What other abilities we have? Chot, chot, chot. Okay. Chot, chot, chot. You have a reroll on your brawl, and you have quick strike. So do you want to trade those in for 5d8? I'm sorry, 6 die 8.
Yeah.
Okay. So this brawl is occurring just on the other side of the bush here. Monroe leaps into the fray. Has 6 die 8. Here is the roll. 5 and an 8. It's not my fault. Perfectly average roll. Nothing wrong with that roll. Here is the 4 die 10 as he discharges his musket. Gets a 9, 10, and an 8. Are you just going to say, let's see, you have a reroll. Don't want to forget that. You are a brute. You can reroll one of your dice per turn. So we'll use that reroll now. Do you want to use that reroll right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Turn it into a 5. So now you have 3 successes and Ian got 3 successes. So that's it. That's the fight right there. How do you want to play that? You could block 1 if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'll do that. Block 1.
Okay, block 1. Both of us will take 2. We're currently at D10 health. The red dice will be for Monroe. Both of us are injured in that brutal brawl right there. Both characters are injured. All right, you are still the boss. What are you going to do now?
Send Seamus in after him.
Send Seamus in. Taking a look here. Seamus leaps into the fray. Leaping in. Good enough. So he has 3 die 8. 3 die 8. Yep, he has 3 die 8. Ian is now going to have to brawl with you, and he'll be down to 2 die 10. All right, here's the roll. 3 die 8 versus 2 die 10. Could try to dodge you. Nah. Oh, wait. I'm injured. Oh, let's just play it fast and loose. I'm gonna brawl you. So I have 2 die 10. Sorry, I don't have 2 die 10. I have 2 die 8 because I'm injured. 2 die 8 versus 3 die 8. And this is a brawl. Okay. You got 2 successes, a 7 and an 8. I got 1 success with a 7. You could block that and make me take a hit, or you could go to try and go for blood here, and I'll take 2 and you'll take 1. How do you want to play that?
Yes, go for blood.
Go for blood, he says. Okay, so this is what we're going to do.
Try and take this guy out.
Yeah. So Ian is going to take 2 hits, and Seamus will take 1 hit. Ian's going to roll D8 health. Seamus will also roll D8 health. Nobody is injured right there. Nobody is injured. Now, Seamus has an ability called Savage. What that means, once per turn, after you resolve a brawl, if you are still engaged with the enemy, you may immediately brawl the same enemy again. So you could attack him again with 3 die 8 because you have Moxie. Now I'm down to rolling 1 die 8 to brawl you or 3 die 8 to dodge. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to switch to dodging now. I'm going to switch to trying to avoid you and get away from you. So you're rolling 3 die 8. I'm dodging with 3 die 8. Here is the attack. You got a 6 and a 5. double checking your abilities. I don't see any rerolls. Here is the dodge. I've got to get a 6 or a 5 here, boys and girls. An 8 and an 8 is enough to block a 6 and a 5. And I will take that 1 inch of disengage and back up from both of them an inch. That was getting a little too hot right there, because if I'd have had to activate, see, Ian had not activated yet. If Ian would have activated and base to base with both of those enemies, he would have had to start another round of fighting, and he would have had to split his dice. That's a bad situation to get in. But he was able to take a step back and say, hold it, whoa there. We don't, that's not good. Remember, there's always a good time to dodge.
Yeah.
Especially when you're getting your tuchus handed to you. So these guys haven't shot. Did these guys shoot up here? They haven't shot this turn. I think that was the first thing you did, was all that. So, so those 2 characters are done. So you have 2 characters left. Now again, you can activate or you can make me go. You have these regulars that are sitting up in the rocks. So they could come up behind this guy and shoot down at him. Or they could head off into the camp. I don't know what you want to do with them. But you also have a colonial. One colonial over here. He could move 6 inches and shoot at Mary. He could come around this Iroquois.
We better do that, because
that could potentially win you the game, huh? So he'll have to go a little bit out of his way to get around. But he can get right over here. And look what he has in his hand. Look at the reward that he has, boys and girls. That says that he can discard one of his cards to gain a +1 shoot. And for the record, hands down does not stop that. Hands down does not prevent you from discarding cards. So he can discard a card, and that would get him up to 3 dice 6.
Yeah, let's do it.
So you have 3 cards in your hand currently. Gosh, I don't know which one. I don't think you want to get rid of the leg wound. Let's see. You have good enough. That might be useful. Hold on probably is the one I would get rid of.
Okay, yeah, that sounds fine.
Okay, get rid of hold on. That's going to get you an extra dice, so I'll get you up to 3 dice 6. Mary, this could be it. This could be it. Mary is dodging with 4 die 6. 4 die 6 because she is injured. I hope I didn't forget that last time. So 3 die 6 from... now, Mary's a pretty interesting character. She's not really very combat-oriented, but she is fiery. It's actually the swarm ability, so anybody that gets into contact with her could feel her wrath. If you're into that sort of thing, I don't know. Here is the 3 die 6 of shooting at Mary McGregor. A 4. I guarantee you, I'm not going to let that 4 take out my queen. So here we go. Let's see if she could dodge a 4. Easy. Well, easy enough. So she avoids the hit. So now he has shot. They have both of these characters have activated. All you have left is your regulars. And I don't know what you want to do there. I don't know. Do you?
Yeah,
they have a wall. They got a pretty good wall in front of them right now. Your regulars are in the rocks here, and they have Iroquois, Colonial, Iroquois. So
I guess we'll just go after the closest guy on the rocks.
Okay, so just move up a little bit, fire down at him. Do you want to move closer? Keep trying to get closer to Mary?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so move up so we're within an inch or so there. So you're down to 3 models in that group. So you would normally roll 2 dice, but you're going to get an extra dice because of the short range. So I'll have 3 dice 6, and I haven't activated, so... I guess I'll shoot back at you with 2d6. I'll shoot back. We're going to drop them all in the cup. You've got 3d6, I've got 2d6 shooting back at you. Both sides are in cover. You got nothing. Oh, I'm not. It's not my fault. Honestly, this is a perfectly average roll. I don't want any comments about these die rolls. So no
Too late.
hits. I hit
He's
you
already
one
said something.
time. If you get a 4, 5, or 6, you'll cancel it. You do not. They lose a model. Now most gangs would actually break at that point, but these are loyal, so they go down to a single model before they break. So he's going to stay on. And they have fired. And that's all of your characters. So all of your characters have activated, and none of my characters have activated. Well, I got to defend Mary. Boy, can you imagine if the trap hadn't been sprung, how awful this would have been for the McGregors? I mean, right now I feel like they're doing fairly good, but if the trap had not been sprung, this would have been an absolute nightmare. All right, I'm going to bring this Iroquois around the corner here. It's going to come around the corner, and I think I'll shoot at Seamus. He will have cover. He can even shoot back at me. I'll be throwing 2d6 at you. You have not fired this turn, so you could either shoot back at me with 3d6, or you can dodge me with 3d8.
Let's shoot back. I mean,
Yeah.
we're on the back
absolutely.
foot already. We need some luck.
Yeah. So here is the Iroquois. Gets a 5 and a 4. Here is Seamus. Gets a 4. I am not going to block that. I'm going to take that hit, and I'm going to give you 2 hits. So you'll have to roll a 2d8 health check, and I'll have to roll a 1 dice health check. I'll roll for my guy first. I failed. He's down. Here is Seamus. Passed. No damage. Okay. Well, that sucked. I'll just work my way across the table one at a time. I think I'll do Ian next. He's going to back up. Put his back to Mary McGregor. And he's going to shoot at... I guess I'll shoot at... They're both about the same distance. This guy doesn't have cover, though. I'm going to shoot at your leader.
Okay.
I think he's got a good dodge. But I have been in 2 fights. I would normally be rolling 4d10. That means I'm down to rolling, and +1 for the short range would get me to 5d10. Double check. No. 4 minus 2 puts me to 2d8. Because I'm injured. Alright, 2d8 is what I'm shooting at you with. You can shoot back with 3d8. Oh, that was a bad move. You've been in 1 fight. You could shoot back with 3d8 or dodge with 3d8.
Yep. Shoot back.
Shooting back? Okay, here we go. So I got the black dice, 2d8 shooting. This was a bad idea. Okay, I got an 8 and a 4, and you got an 8. You know what? I don't want to take a chance. I can't take another injury. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. Let's go for it. Let's just go for it. I'm going to go ahead and give you 2 hits. So you'll have to roll a 2 dice health check. I'll have to roll a 1 dice health check. Here we go. We're going to roll them all together in the cup. I am the black dice. You are the red dice. 1 health was success. 2 health check was not a success. And Monroe takes another injury and is now down to a D6 health. All right. Do we try and finish him off? I don't see why not. We'll turn here, and we're going to shoot at Monroe again. He whirls around and shoots at Monroe. He'll only have 2 dice 6 to shoot. Monroe is now down to 3 dice 6 to dodge. He won't be able to shoot because he is shot. Just in case we forget. So this Iroquois is now shooting at Monroe. I'll have 2 dice 6. You'll be dodging with 3 dice 6. All in the cup. I get a 6. You get a 6. You stopped it. Not much reason to do much of a move there. I guess you could head off in a little bit direction this way. Trying to work your way around. Gosh. I don't see any reason not to just keep throwing everything I have at Monroe now. He's going to come around and do the exact same thing. He's going to come around and shoot at Monroe as well. He'll have 2 dice 6. You'll have 3 dice 6 to dodge. I got a 6. No, I got a 6 and a 4. I got a 6 and a 4. You got a 6. So you dodged 1.
The dangerous area, have they?
Oh, I forgot about the dangerous area. Doggone it. Yes, both of them should have rolled for that. Both of them should have rolled when they activated. Let's go back. I don't want to cheat you on that. Thank you, guys. Thanks for keeping us honest. So here is for my Iroquois there. He should have taken a peril when he activated. He has to roll 2 with might, which he cannot do. He could try to dodge it with 2 successes. He does dodge it, but that ends his activation. He would have dodged away to avoid the snakes, but that ends his activation, and that means that injury never occurred. That injury, right? That was the guy that injured him, right? And so now this guy will also have to roll when he activates in the snakes. Let's see what his peril is. 1 with cunning or might, so he could do that. Let's see if he can. He's got 2 dice in dodge. I think I'll do that. I think I'll have him try to dodge it as well. He did not, so he takes 1 hit. And he is still alive, but he did not get to move, and he is standing still in there. This guy moved away. Okay. I should put that out there. I should try to put that out there better so I remember that. Okay, something like that. All right, that's my rattlesnake master. Let's see. So they both activated. What's Mary gonna do? She is not in a good spot here. Let's see if I have a good card to discard. I don't think I want to do that. All right, I'm not going to activate Mary. I'm going to leave her unactivated. Guys, help me remember that she hasn't activated, but I'm going to continue around the table. So this Iroquois here is going to get in front of Mary and shoot at that guy there. He'll have 2 dice 6. The militia will have 2 dice 6 to dodge. I got a 5. A 4 will not stop it. Your colonial will have to roll a dice. And he is gone. Level 1. So he is removed from play. Whew. Brutal. Brutal. Now what am I going to do? I'd still like to get some hits on Protect Mary. Protect Mary. Okay. He's going to move into this gap between Ian and this other Iroquois here. And he will shoot at Monroe. He'll have 2 die 6. Monroe will be dodging with 3 die 8. 3 die 8. Or does he still have shooting left? Since I think you still have shooting left. Yeah, you still have shooting left because we had to go back. He didn't take any shots from these guys, so he would still have his shot left. So you could shoot at me with 3 die 8 or dodge with 3 die 8. How do you want to play that? I'll have 2 die 6 coming at you.
I got to shoot at this point.
Okay, so 3 die 8 coming at my Iroquois. 2 die 6 coming at you. Here is the attack. You got 2 successes, a 6 and a 5. I got 1 success. I'm going to let that go through. So I'm going to make you roll a 1 dice health check, and I will have to take a 2 dice health check. Here we go. You are the red dice. So my guy is down, and you are okay. My guy is down right there. And that guy has already fired. So I guess I might just go try and give those fellas some fisticuffs up there in the forest. Yeah, let's try it. Yeah, you'll have to dodge. You won't have enough dice. Okay, so he will try and go into with his tomahawk here. Neither of us have any ammo left, so we are going in with claw and teeth. We've both been in a fight. You would normally roll 1 dice to attack. You've been in a fight, so that means you are going to lose that 1 dice. You're going to have to try to dodge with 1 dice. My Iroquois has been in a fight also, so he'll be down to 1 dice. Here's the attack. White dice is the attack. I got nothing. Do you want to back up an inch? Or stay engaged? Yeah, you want to back up because you'll.
Wait, which guy?
Because then you could shoot him maybe on the next turn.
Yeah, those guys aren't great for much.
Yeah, not now. Not now that they've lost a lot of guys. They're getting close to breaking. So you back up, and so all I have left is Mary. So the reason I left her is so I could get a good idea what I was up against. And I don't know that she's going to move. She may just sit where she's at. Well, there's still maneuvering room to get around my guys. But I think where she's at is where she's going to have to hunker down. So she will have to activate because, that's part of the rules. She will have to activate, but I'm not going to do anything with her. She's just going to end her activation right there. All right. And the reason you have to activate your characters is because it gives the enemy opportunity to play cards. There's certain scenario effects that can happen. Everybody has to activate if they can. That's what actually ends a turn in Pulp Alley once there are no ready characters, which is right now. There are no ready characters in play, so that will end the turn.
Okay.
Take these counters off the table, and we're going to roll. Oh, crap. Took too many counters off. Who the heck was injured? Ian was injured.
Monroe was injured.
Monroe was injured, and Mary's injured. Okay. All right. And then the characters that are down, just start removing counters randomly. All right. Recovery checks. Mary has got to pass a recovery check. There's no way she's going to go through this whole scenario without passing a recovery check. So here is for Mary. She does not pass. She remains injured. Here's for that Iroquois laying on his tuchus right behind her. He is gone. Man. Whew. Brutal. Here is for Ian. Ian shakes off his injury. Nice. Here is for Monroe. Monroe shakes off his injury. And here is for the Iroquois over there behind Seamus. He is back in the game. All right. Whoo, doggies. So Mary has some defenders around her, but you can't rush her. But what you could do is probably move 6 inches in this direction and shoot at her. Probably with both of your characters over here if you wanted to. But we're going to get new cards. I'm going to flip the cards back over to show that we could play cards again. Okay, and now our new cards for... I haven't been doing a very good job about keeping who's the director, so you guys help me with that.
I think you are.
Okay.
I think. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, I know. Sorry. So I'll get the first card. I gotta push off. Clearly wins. And you got a head wound. So head wound says, after an enemy fails a health check, the enemy suffers a -1 shoot and cunning for the remainder of the turn. So we got that leg wound and we got that head wound that you can try to play at some point. So now that, wow, we're just starting turn 4. This is so brutal. I guess I'm going to start things off with shooting at Monroe again. Yeah. I'll start things off by... How about up in the hills? Let's get that out of the way. Up in the hills. So White Shirt is going to rush this this group of regulars that's barely hanging on over here. He'll have 3 dice 6 in brawling. They can either brawl me with 1 dice or they can dodge me with 1 dice. They cannot shoot because he was too close for them to use defensive fire. So he'll have 3 dice 6. They can either brawl with 1 dice or dodge with 1 dice.
We'll just fight. I mean, I don't think dodging is going to do much right now.
Okay, here is the attack. He got a 5 and a 4, so he could not block. He could not block even if he wanted to. You got a 6, so I can't block a 6 with a 5 or a 4. So you will get damage through because I can't stop it, but you will also lose both of your models. So both of the last regulars are removed. And they are retreating now. They are broken, and he will have to roll a health check. So need a 4 or better, and he is okay. So that's done. I'm going to mark him to show that he's been in a fight. He hasn't shot, which probably does not matter, because I doubt that he'll get a chance to shoot. What are we going to do here? I guess I need to find some... I need to get her out of harm's way. I need to get her out of harm's way. Right now, you can flank me over here. So, I need to get her up into the hills. So that's what she's going to do. And then maybe we'll just try to build a wall around her. She's going to move up into the hills. Like so. I'm going to have this Iroquois activate next. I don't think you have any cards to play when I activate. So he's going to activate next. He's going to move 6 inches, also get up into the hills. And he will shoot down at Monroe. He'll move up into the hills there and take a shot down at Monroe. He'll have 2 dice 6 to shoot at you. Wait a minute, it's a mercenary. He'll have 3 dice 6 to shoot. So Monroe, you could shoot back with 3 die 8 or dodge me with 3 die 10.
I think we'll dodge. We'll dodge this time.
He's going to keep
Wait,
his
who's
it's
shooting?
it's this Iroquois up here on the rocks.
Okay. Yeah, we'll dodge.
Okay, dodge that one. All right, so 3 die 10. So he's keeping his ammo.
Yeah.
He's not, so here is my shot. I got a 6 and a 4. Can you get a 6 and a 4? An 8 does not get a 6 and a 4. You're going to take 1 hit, and you are not injured. Okay. But he has shot. I'm going to mark that. So you are down to Seamus and Monroe. Those are your only 2 active characters right now. You know what? I'm gonna activate this other Iroquois. He will move up to protect Mary, and he will shoot down at Monroe as well. I think he's going to be outside. No, he still has it. All right, so he'll have 6 inches to you as well. He'll have 3 die 6 coming at you. Are you going to dodge with 3 die 10 or shoot back with 2 die 8 now because you've been in a fight? 2 die 10, I'm sorry, 3 die 10 to dodge, 2 die 8 to shoot.
We'll keep our ammo.
Okay. All right. It won't matter here in a minute because all of his, he'll have been in too many fights to be effective. Here is his shooting. I got nothing. A dodge move could be used to move this direction, maybe? I don't know. Trying to work around that snake pit maybe a little bit. So all 3 of my Iroquois up here on the hill have activated. All 3 of them have activated. You haven't activated anybody yet. I think I'm going to activate this Iroquois, and he's just going to take off running. At this point, I'm going to try and form a better barrier against you. And he'll run over here, and he will not be able to shoot because he ran. So now I have these 2 characters left. Let's go ahead and activate the guy that's in the perilous area. See if he gets snake bit. So he will activate, and here is his peril. 1 with finesse. I'm going to try to dodge it. I have 2 dice in dodge. I did dodge it, so that's going to let me move 1 inch. I'll get out of the peril, but that will end his activation right there. Then he's done. And then, what am I going to do with Ian? Ian will hold his ground. Ian will just stand where he is and shoot. Ian will just stand his ground. He's just going to hold where he's at and fire at Monroe. Monroe, you have taken a lot of shots, so your shooting capability is way down right now. I'm going to throw 4 die 10 at you. You could dodge me with 3 die 10. You could shoot back with 2 die 8.
Wow.
How do you want to play that?
I guess we might as well do the shooting now. I mean.
Okay, 2 die 8 versus 4 die 10.
Or it's gone.
Yep. Here it is. I got a 5 and a 9. You got 2 6s. You know what? I'm going to say take them all. And I'm going to say take them all. And I'm going to, both of us will take 2 hits. You'll take 2 and I'll take 2. And then we'll roll all of those health checks. Okay, red dice was a success with a 9 and a 6. Oh, I forgot about your... Oh, this was your shooting. This was your shooting. I think I forgot about your quick strike. You are not injured in that exchange, but Ian is injured. Wow. Sometimes fighting is dangerous. Don't be fooled, boys and girls. Fighting is always dangerous. Fighting is always a dangerous thing to do, and that means I have activated all of my characters. That made you the director. Let's try and
Yep.
keep track of that. All right.
Yep.
What do you want to do here? You have two characters at play. You got a lot of defenders in your way. What are you going to do? Do you try and go through Ian, or do you walk around him and try and get some shots somewhere else? What are you going to
I think
do?
if we can take Ian down, that's our biggest
Yep.
obstacle.
Yep. No, you're right. So
So
who's activating?
let's start with Monroe, I guess.
Okay. Monroe, and he can. Are you going to rush him?
Yes.
Okay. Going in. So Monroe has been in 3 fights. So he would be down to brawling with 2 die 10 or 4 die 8. Ian has
4
been
die
in
8.
okay. Ian has been in 1 fight, and he will be brawling with 2 die 8 or dodging with 2 die 8. I don't think I want to take the damage. I'm going to try and keep him alive. So he's a better blocker when he's on his feet than when he's laying on his ass. So I'm going to try dodging you with 2 die 8. Sorry, 3 die 8. Yeah, 3 die 8. Oh, I had that backwards. What's going on here? You converted to D8s. Yeah, 3 die 8. All right, here we go. Here is the 3 die. Here's the attack for Monroe. He gets a 5 and a 4. Here is the dodging. 7 and a 4. That will dodge it, and I'm going to take my 1 inch back and step away. All right. Now you have Seamus up in the hill. What's he going to do? Or up in the brush there. So I'd say that both of those characters are about equal distance. He could either rush Ian or the follower there. What do you want to do?
Ian.
Okay. Seamus comes down. This will be the last activation for this turn. Oh, I wasn't injured there. Okay. So you're going to have... I don't think Seamus has been in any fights this turn. So he has 4 die 8 coming at Ian. And Ian is going to try and dodge with 3 die 8. Here we go. The attack. Is this on screen? Okay. Oh, this is bad. A 6, a 7, and an 8. Here is the dodge. Dodged the 6, and I'm going to take 2 hits. 2 dice. Passed with a 6 and a 7, but I cannot back up. So that means I'm going to remain engaged there, but I was not injured. And that ends the turn. So it's time for recovery checks. Here is for Mary. She finally shakes off that injury. Here is for Ian. He shakes off, does not, a 2. He remains injured. And that ends the turn. We're starting turn 5. Whew. Draw cards. You're a director. You drew a staggered. After an enemy fails a health check, you can move them. I drew on a roll. All right. All right. Travis. So Seamus is starting this turn engaged with Ian. They are in base-to-base contact. In this sort of situation, I don't know, man. It's a tough spot to be in either way. He is still injured. I don't know if you want to activate first or try and force the outlaws to activate first. What do you think you want to do?
I mean, Don't see myself getting to Mary at this point.
I know, I know. There's a lot of blockers up there.
Well, and then Ian's still standing there too.
And Ian
So,
is still in the way. You're exactly right.
so I guess
What
I
do you
have to try to take him down. That's the main
okay?
goal right now.
Do you want to activate Seamus and
Yeah.
try and make that fight happen? Okay. So
Yeah.
Seamus activates. He'll have 4 die 8 to attack with. Oh, I forgot about his savage. Stuck on it. Ian is still injured, so he will be. I'm gonna brawl you. I'm gonna try and hit you with 4 die 8. I'm sorry, 3 die 8. So here we go. You are the red dice. Ian is the black dice. You got 4 successes. I got 2 successes. Are you just going to say take them all and let all that damage, all those hits get through, or do you want to try to block? You could
I
block
mean,
2, just give it all.
yeah.
Okay, so Ian will take 4. You will take 2. All right, you're the active character. I'll roll for you first. You passed with both of your dice. You are not injured. Ian, 4 dice health check fails. He's down to D6. Now, let's look at some of these cards that you've been holding on to. So you have a staggered. You could make me move X inches in any direction, or you could make me suffer a -1 penalty to one skill of your choice, like my dodge or my brawl.
Dodge. Dodge.
Okay, so I'm going to suffer a -1 penalty for the remainder of the turn. So I'm going to have a -1 to my dodge. Now you also have a head wound card and a leg wound card. The head wound says I suffer a -1 to my shoot and cunning, which, since I'm already engaged, that's probably not going to matter. Maybe. I don't know. Do you want to play it or not?
No.
Okay. You also have a leg wound. So you could give me a -1 to my might and dodge until the end of the turn.
Yeah, that one.
Okay, so
Actually.
now I have a -2 to my dodge until the end of the turn. Oh dear, that's not good. Okay, you are still the director. Let me see if I have a card to play on you. You did not fail a health check, so I'm going to ask you, you're still the director. What do you want to do?
I'm still trying to finish Ian off.
I know. Do you want to send Monroe in now?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have. I gotta.
Okay. All
He
right.
was one
Oh,
die.
oh, wait. I don't want to forget it again. Seamus is a savage, so he can immediately start another fight with
Oh,
Ian
all right. Yeah, let's do
and
that.
attack him with another 4 die 10, 4 die 8. Now, Ian, I could brawl you with 2 die 6, or I could dodge you with 1 die 6.
At -2.
I know. Well, yeah, that is the -2. That is the
Oh,
-2. Remember, penalties and bonuses give you dice or take dice away. So he would normally have 3 dice, and the -2 is that he loses 2 of those dice. Gosh. Okay, well, I'll brawl you. I'll brawl you then. 4 die 8 versus 2 die 6, and this is a brawl. Attacks going both ways. Okay, you hit Ian 4 more times, and Ian does not get a single hit back in return. So Ian now has to roll a 4 dice health check. And he fails. Ian is down.
man,
Blip.
that took a while.
Well, he's the leader. They're the big guys. All right. So now you still have Monroe, who has not activated. What is Monroe gonna do? He could move 6 inches, go around this colonial and go try and clear some of this up, or he could just cut this colonial down.
2.2 turns left, or 1 turn after this.
Yeah, 1 turn after this.
Any way I can run all the way around, try to get towards Mary?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. You could run. Yep, you can. You won't be able to shoot, mainly because we're using our primitive shooting rules, and you can't move over 6 inches and shoot. But you could get all the way around over here to these rocks over here. But since none of my characters have activated, I'll just reposition and get away from you. You could move 6 inches and take out, maybe try and take out a one of the Iroquois also. I don't know. You decide.
So you haven't gone yet. So if I were
I have
to
not
run,
activated anybody. Yeah, I could just take off running. You're exactly right.
so if I ran around, you just run the other way.
Correct.
So no point.
I think maybe we could possibly call this here.
Yeah, I don't see.
Since this scenario is all about Mary.
Yeah, and she can easily just avoid me the rest of the game.
One character, yeah, one character she could easily avoid. Now, the fact that you're the director, that does help a little bit, but I haven't activated anybody yet, so you come. Well, let's just play it out a little bit. Let's see. So on a run, you could get all the way around me, or would you rather shoot down a guy?
We'll just run around.
Okay, so he runs around, and then my characters haven't activated. You don't have any cards to play, so I'll just move her out of the rocks. I don't want to take a peril at this point, so she's going to move out of the rocks, and then these guys will pretty much just take up a defensive position around her, and then this guy will do the same thing, and then that will end the turn. I'll get a recovery check for Ian. He does recover. I'll come up and I'll be in contact with Seamus. I'm not going to back away from Seamus. Remember, when you recover, if you recover and it would put you into contact, you have the option of backing away. But Ian will not back away from Seamus. Instead, he'll try and hold on to him so he can't get to Mary.
Okay.
And then that will end the game. I don't think there's a single thing. Let's just see what cards we draw. We're going to start turn 6. You would have the first card. You're still director. When an enemy activates, you can roll a recovery check for one of your characters. I got a nudge. I can move an NPC, a plot point, or a bystander 1 die 6 inches. Otherwise, draw 1 card. Dazed. And then I think that would be game. You are in control of the initiative. I've got Seamus and Ian are tied up over here, so that only leaves you with Monroe, and he's not going to be able to take Mary down on that turn.
Nope.
On that turn. I got incredibly lucky, I think, with the trap. I think if the trap had come up later, the fact that it came up on turn 1 was
Oh yeah, that turned the tides big time.
Yeah, really lucky. It could not have come up at a better time for me. If it had never come up, and that's actually almost impossible for it to never come up in the scenario, but it can come up. But if it had come up in turn 5, it had come up in turn 4, that would have been a much different scenario. As it was, the trap was perfectly timed and was able to launch. That wolf popping up over there, that was kind of interesting. And that was fun. That was fun.
That was good.
It could not have come up at a better time for me. Okay. Boys and girls, if you haven't already, take a moment right now and click the like button for us. If you'd like to do this with us on a Sunday morning with us, regardless if you've never played or if you've played 100 games of Pulp Alley, you can come on here and play with us on a Sunday morning, live from wherever you are in the solar system. Oh, I was trying to figure out what he was talking about. Motorsports. Very cool. Also, hit that like button if you haven't already. Be sure to check out Travis's awesome Tabletop CP channel. Tabletop CP, all kinds of fun games that they play over there. And that's it for today. Don't forget that we have Pulpalooza 2025. Hopefully, we could talk Travis into coming to Pulpalooza 2025 with us. It's in Albuquerque, New Mexico, October 16th through the 18th. 3 days of Pulp Alley gaming with folks from across the country: Michigan, Texas, Kansas, Colorado, California. We'll have folks from all over the country coming to Slice and Dice Pizzeria October 16th to the 18th for Pulpalooza 2025. We had about a dozen folks travel from around the country to come play with us last year. It was the first time we did it, so we'd love to see you. Car Wars, amazing game. I remember Car Wars. I played a ton of Car Wars when I was a kid. I loved Car Wars. I loved the idea behind Car Wars. It was a tough game to play with very many players, but we sure had a lot of fun with it for a lot of years. All right, that's it. Travis, hang out with me for just a moment, and that's it for everybody else. We will see you next time. Thank you for being here and playing along with us. Play us out of here, Bessie. Doodle doo 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 doodle doo 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 doo. Travis. Doodle doo 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 doodle doo 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 doo. Dave. And that's it. Oh.